Welcome to Basco's Rotolo Series Bypass Rolling Door Installation Tutorial. This video covers the installation for the RTLA05A, RTLA05B, and RTLH05B shower enclosures, as they follow the same process. Supplemental instructions are available at our website at bascoshowerdoor.com. This installation is suited for a do-it-yourselfer with moderate handyman skills, but requires 2 people to complete, due to the weight of the glass and fragile nature of the product. Before you start, unpack and inspect your unit carefully for missing pieces and freight damage. Continue by laying out and identifying all parts, using your instruction sheet as a reference. And make sure to check your carton to ensure no small hardware parts have fallen to the bottom of the box. Should any of the parts be missing or damaged, please contact your Basco dealer for replacements. Let's take a look at the tools you need to install this enclosure. You will require a tape measure, low tack tape, a pencil, 4 and 6 foot levels, a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, a drill with various drill bits, a center punch, files, a hacksaw, suction cups, and a caulking gun with caulk. We recommend clear, mold-resistant kitchen and bath silicone caulking for best results. Please, remember to be cautious when handling the tempered glass panels. Tempered glass is most sensitive in the corners of the glass, or if unequal pressure is applied. Please also read the written instructions in its entirety before installing the enclosure, as drill bit sizes and instructions can slightly vary depending on your wall material and backing. Additionally, the instruction manual also offers a more technical view of all parts and helps to identify the glass panel location and sides of your unique shower layout. Lastly, please remember that it is okay to ask for help. If you are unsure how to install your enclosure, please contact us for assistance. You can reach our technical specialists at 1-845 Basco. Now, let's start with the installation of your new bypass enclosure. Your first step is to determine the location of the unit's center line on the threshold. Next, place a wall jamb on each wall. Use a level to confirm the wall jamb is plumb and mark the hole locations. The top of the wall jambs come with rounded edges. Depending on how your wall and threshold meet, you may be required to modify the wall jamb to fit. If you have a custom size enclosure, please refer to your instruction manual to ensure you are setting up your enclosure correctly. Custom sizes will have specific drill hole placements in top and bottom ends of the wall jambs. Step 3. Drill the 6 marked locations. For drill bit sizes and instructions for your specific wall material, please refer to the written instructions on page 4 of your manual. Step 4. Insert the hole downs into the bottom of the wall jambs and slide them up to about 1 inch below the pre-drilled hole, and use tape to temporarily hold them up and keep them out of the way. Continue by setting the wall jambs in place. Secure them with 6 wall jamb screws and install the bumpers, 1 each on top and bottom screws. If required, be sure to install wall plugs before securing the wall jambs. Step 6 and 7. Measure the wall-to-wall distance at the top of the wall jambs and subtract ½ inch off the measurement. Proceed by cutting the header down to that length. Step 8. Slide the header mount brackets into each side of the header and temporarily tighten the mount screw on one side. This is now the header assembly. Continue with step 9 by lowering the header assembly into the wall jambs. Make sure that the header mount brackets slide into the grooves of the wall jamb, and let the header rest on the top bumpers. Step 10. Use a 4-foot level to check the position of the header assembly and ensure that it is level. To level the header, lift only one side from the top bumper and mark the location of the header mount brackets on the wall jambs. Step 11. Remove the header assembly from the wall jambs and remove the header mount bracket from the header that was not tightened in Step 8. Now, slide the header mount brackets into each wall jamb, ensuring that the 3 holes face the inside of the shower. Next, Align the header mount brackets with the mark made in Step 10 and continue by marking the location of the mounting slots as shown. Make the holes near the top of the adjustment slots. If they are drilled accurately, this will prevent the header from slipping out of adjustment in the future. Step 13. Remove the header mount brackets and drill 1/8 holes at the 4 marked locations. Drill only through the aluminum wall jamb. Step 14. For an easier installation of the header assembly, install and then remove the 4 header mount screws. Please do not use a power tool to prevent stripping the holes. This step pre-threads the mounting holes to make the final installation easier. For an even easier installation, a small amount of candle wax or bar soap on the thread will make the installation of the screw more easily and will help prevent stripping the head. Step 15. Reassemble the header and header mount brackets and reinsert the header assembly into the wall jambs. Continue with Step 16 by installing the header mount screws from Step 14. Recheck the header to ensure it is level and make final adjustments. Once complete, secure the screws. Please do not use a power tool to prevent stripping the holes. Step 17. Using the provided Allen wrench, tighten both header set screws. Next, measure the distance of the bottom of the threshold, wall jamb to wall jamb, and subtract 3/8 from that measurement, and cut the curb to length. Step 19. If the silencer vinyl was not already inserted, slide the silencer vinyl into the track and trim it to length. Step 20. Apply a 3/16 bead of silicone in the 2 grooves of the bottom side of the track for the entire length of the track. You can also add a line of silicone on the curb for additional security. Continue with the next step by carefully putting the track into place on the threshold. Note that the lip of the curb will be on the outside of the shower. Step 22. Untape the hold downs and slide them down to clamp down on the track tightly. Continue by inserting and tightening the SCR 30 screws into the hold downs. The screw will push against the wall jamb and keep the hold down in place. Step 23. Install the rollers on the outer panel facing the inside of the shower. Please note that the rollers are mounted to adjustable cams. Install them with the rollers at the lowest position and temporarily install the anti-jumps parallel to the floor. Only snug the screws for now. There are small part numbers on each part of the roller. All of them will face the glass. Step 24 will vary slightly depending on your glass thickness. To complete the roller installation, please refer to your instruction manual to review steps 24A and B to install the rollers according to your glass thickness. Continue to step 26 by lifting the inner panel assembly into place and be sure the panels are in the track. Slide the panel to one wall. Note that the glass is not secured yet. Please do not leave it unattended. Moving it may cause it to fall. Step 27. Lift the outer panel assembly into place and set the rollers and grooves on top of the header. Ensure that the glass is inside the lip on the track. Step 28. Slightly loosen the screws in both outer panel roller assemblies. Next, turn the anti-jump to vertical to latch them to the header assembly. It may be necessary to press the door assembly towards the header at the roller locations. Complete this step by retightening the screws after adjusting the anti-jump. In step 29, you will need to push the outer panel to the same side as the inner panel and slide the bottom guide between the panels and center it along the length of the track. Continue by pre-drilling the holes using a 1/8 drill bit. Step 30. Fasten the screws to the track assembly through the bottom guide and move forward by carefully moving each panel to its closed position. As required, slightly loosen the screws in each roller to adjust each panel. The panels should contact both bumpers on the wall they close against. After adjustments for gaps at the walls have been made, fully tighten each roller. Step 32. Cut the anti-jump vinyl to length by subtracting 1/2 from the cut header length from step 7. Cut the anti-jump vinyl in half to make 2 pieces of equal length. Step 33. Push the inner panel to one wall and slide one piece of anti-jump vinyl behind the inner panel. Near the other wall, begin snapping the anti-jump vinyl onto the header. For best results, leave a 1/4 between the end of the header and the anti-jump vinyl. Continue snapping the vinyl onto the header towards the center of the unit. Step 34. Repeat this for the other anti-vinyl piece and push the inner panel to the other wall. Next, slide the anti-jump vinyl behind the inner panel, meeting the already installed piece in the middle. Beginning in the middle of the unit, snap the anti-jump vinyl onto the header, ending with the gap at the wall. Step 35. Snap the inner and outer panel roller caps on the rollers. If they do not snap, use a small amount of silicone to hold them in place. The inner covers for the outer panel rollers slide down and snap into place. Now you will need to install your handles, finger pulls, or towel bars. Please refer to your installation manual to find details on how to install each of the different types of handles for your enclosure to suit your specific model or custom configuration. Lastly, remove any masking tape that you have used during the installation carefully, and complete the installation of your enclosure by applying a small continuous bead of silicone where the walls and threshold meet the metal of the shower door. Please remember that it is important to allow the caulk 24 to 48 hours to cure before using your new enclosure. Congratulations! You have now successfully completed the installation of your new Rotolo bypass enclosure. For additional information or assistance, please visit our website or call us at 1-845-BASCO, and don't forget to register your shower door warranty at bascoshowerdoor.com.